Okay, what is sarcomere? Have you all heard about the word sarcomere, or else have you all seen about that? Yeah, you all have seen. Have you all you all know about the skeletal muscle tissues and the cardiac muscle tissues? Yes. So there are some striations in the skeletal muscles and in the cardiac muscle tissues. So that striation, the appearance of these striations are given to that tissues by the sarcomere. That's a brief explanation about the sarcomere. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So you all know about the skeletal muscle tissues. It is the skeletal muscle tissues are attached to the skeletal system, and it involves in the voluntary movements. These skeletal muscles are composed of bundles of long cylindrical cells, which are aligned parallel to each other along the length of the muscle. So inside these cells we can find myofibrils, which are located longitudinally, and this myofibrils forms repeated section called what? Sarcomere. This sarcomere will give the striated appearance. Okay. This sarcomere is the basic repeating contractile units of what? Of striated muscle cells. What are striated muscle cells? They are cardiac and skeletal muscles. So it composed of myofibrils, and these myofibrils contain thick filament and thin filament. I have uploaded a hand-drawn picture of the sarcomere, so you all can see there. I have marked the thin filament, thick filament, Z line, M line, and the sarcomere. So let me explain what are those. So these myofibrils contain thick filaments and the thin filaments. What is thick filament? Yes, thick filaments is mainly formed by myosin protein. Maybe in the second unit you all have heard these words, myosin and actin. Okay, those are proteins. So thick filaments is made up of the myosin protein, while the thin filament is made up of what? Actin protein. So what about the Z line, M line and all? Yeah, the thin filament get attached to form the Z line. Okay. And what about the M line? Yes, it is the thick filaments are attached at the M line. Once again, the thin filaments is attached at the Z line, and the thick filament is attached at the M line. You all can see I have clearly marked on the picture. Okay. So what about the then sarcomere? Yes, sarcomere is situated between two Z lines. That means between two thin filaments, right? Okay, so what about the edge of the sarcomere? It is only with thin filaments, because I said y'all the sarcomere is in between two Z lines. So the Z lines are Z lines are attached by the thin filaments. So the edge of the sarcomere, surely it should be only thin filaments. Then what about the middle? Yeah, the middle part is only with the thick filaments. Okay, then during contractions, now our muscles, it will get contracted while we move. So while we are contracting our muscles, this sarcomere will get shortened. Why? These thin filaments will move towards the sarcomere. The thin filaments will move towards the thick filament. So these sarcomere will get shortened. While we are relaxing, it will come to the original position. So I said the sarcomere will get shortened. It will change its shapes. But what about the filaments? It will never change its length. It is remain as constant. Okay. So the mechanical function arising from the sarcomere is produced by actin and myosin filaments. Okay. That's all about the sarcomere. You all have to know about a theory which is called as sliding filament theory. This theory is related to the action of the sarcomere. Okay. So I hope you all understood about the sarcomere.